Greetings, boys and girls. It is now time for Reader's Workshop. We're having fun learning reading today. Reading today is fun. We learn from our success. We learn from everyone. We're having fun learning reading today. Reading today is fun. We learn from our success. We learn from everyone. We're learning to think. Think today. Thinking today is fun. Thinking helps solve problems. Solving problems helps everyone. We're learning to think. Think today. Thinking today is fun. Thinking helps us solve problems. Solving problems helps everyone. You help me read our learning target? I can identify the main topic of my text or one specific paragraph within my text. Remember, boys and girls, in nonfiction, everything you read has a main topic. And the main topic is what the passage is mostly about. Some passages have more than one paragraph or groups of sentences. Each paragraph includes key details. Those are the most important points that tell you about the main topic. When you put all the details together, you will know more about the main topic. Let's look at our passage for today. Jimmy Carter was born in the South when African Americans were treated unfairly. He worked hard to make sure everyone had the same rights and freedoms. Today, he is still working for freedom for people around the world. He has traveled to 28 countries to make sure elections are fair. Elections are when people vote to choose their country's leaders. Wow, we learned a lot about Jimmy Carter here. Let's think about some of the key details in this passage. Well, we learned that Jimmy Carter was born in the South, right here in Georgia, when African Americans were treated unfairly. Remember, boys and girls, the prefix "un" means not. So when African Americans were not being treated fairly. We learned that he worked hard to make sure that everyone had the same rights and freedoms. He wanted everyone to be treated fairly. We learned that today he's still working for people to be free all around the world. He's been to 28 countries to make sure that elections are fair. That means when someone votes for a leader. Boys and girls, I want you to think for a moment. Maybe even pause the video if you need to. Use these key details, put them together. And what do you think the main topic of this passage is? Then come back and see what I think the main topic is. Remember, there is no one right answer. But let's see how close we can get. Pause the video. Welcome back. Well, remember, some of the key details were that Jimmy Carter was born in the South when African Americans were being treated unfairly. He wanted everyone to be treated fairly and have freedom and rights. He's still doing that today. He's working for the freedom and rights for people all over the world. He's been to 28 countries to make sure that elections are fair, that no one is cheating. So I would say that the main topic of this passage is Jimmy Carter today. Did you know that Jimmy Carter is still living today, boys and girls? That's right. And he is still working for the rights and freedoms of all people all over the world. Boys and girls, was your main topic close to my main topic? Great job. Now let's review what we've learned today. Remember, everything that we read has a main topic, and that's what the passage is mostly about. A passage has key details that tell you about the main topic. And when you put those details together, you'll be able to identify your main topic. Now, boys and girls, look in your manila envelope with your Just Right books. Find a nonfiction book that you've been reading. Read a new section in this book. Now remember, the title of that section is probably already there, and that's the main topic. So while you're reading, why don't you pick out the key details that support the main topic, that talk about the main topic? How many key details can you find? Maybe you can write them down and share them with one of your parents. After that, read any one of your Just Right books for at least 20 minutes. Then write about your book using one of your book response forms. If you have run out of response forms, just write about your book on a blank sheet of paper. Remember, you can use your somebody wanted but, so, and then. You can also write about the moral or the lesson you learned in that story. Or you can write about some of the facts that you learned in your story today or in your nonfiction book. Then, when you're finished with that, you can go on to Mrs. Hefner's blog, which I've sent to your parents in an email or texted them on their phone. Log into Headsprout or Freckle using your username and passcode, which is also on my blog or on the back of your homework folder. And have fun reading. See you next time.